The territory has a border crossing with Ukraine, so you heard it yesterday because we talked a lot about it. Some facts about our school. How many hectares it has and the building meters. Number of pupils of the whole complex of schools is 376 and 211 is primary school, 205 secondary, and the high school is just 60 because we've got lots of high schools in Comenius. It's the next biggest city, and there are about 7 high schools, so students sometimes mostly go there. And at our school there are 93 workers and 43 teachers. About the history of school, it's a building where we were yesterday. It's a bodyguard building, that one. And the first primary school in our commune was in that place. It was a wooden one, but it was very long ago. And then there was the bodyguard built in, I suppose it was 2000, yeah. And in that building it was a near church school at the war times. This is a building where the library is now. Yes, it's the building opposite the school. It used to be a high school in the war period because it's 1939. School nowadays look like this, and it was built in 1998, I think. So it's quite new. And during the war period, there was one house in which the owners of the house allowed to have lessons with pupils, and they were also teachers. Their surname was Boski, and they are having lessons during the war period. About the organization, so I told you earlier that we have 3 schools, yes? So the primary school grades are 1-3, and then there are 6-4 grades. Then a secondary school of 1-3 grades, and a high school also of 1-3 grades. And it's compulsory to go to a secondary school. Too high you can't go, or not you choose. The patrons of our school. So the first one is King Woda. A lot yesterday, I think. He was the one to sign the union. And he is the patron of primary school. The Queen Jadwiga is his wife, is a patron of secondary school, and the high school is called the name of Horodlo Union, and so it's not a patron, but it's the name of a union. And our headmasters, the head teacher of a complex of building, Elżbieta, Teresa is of a primary school, and Edita is of high and secondary school. And the secretary's office. We were there yesterday in the 5-year-olds and the 6-year-olds. So that's pre-primary. 5 not compulsory, 6 compulsory. Also very colorful of classes of 1-3 grades because they got a lot of hard lessons and they do a lot of things with their hands. And they just simply put them on the walls. The grades for 6 are not so colorful, but still pupils put the works. It depends on what subject do they have, because when they go to the 4th grade, they've got teacher per each subject, yes, and in the primary 1-3 they got only 1 teacher per all day. So not all teachers do the artwork, that's why the classrooms just have the name, computer room, history room, and so on, and they have just got kings or queens or some. High school students, here you can see they are all there. There are lots of classrooms that have a name, and the classroom has different equipment of a specific subject. Our 11th classroom, it's made of Comenius money. This is the computing classroom of this photo, and one is in the room next door. And the sports facilities. So we've got gym that we've got playground above the school, and gym. It's also a gym. It's a small room where some equipment too. The playground and the playroom. Children can go there during lessons if the teacher goes with them. And grades 1-3 usually do it when the weather is really nice, so we go outside. The playground is quite new because it was opened in June this year, so it's fresh. And the library, we've got 2 libraries in school. One is for primary school separately, and then secondary and high school are together in one room. And in the library there are some computers, so students can use the net if they wish. In the common room, students usually wait for the bus, but when there are not too many students, they can do homework if there is such a possibility. But when the schools around Horodlo were closed, so we've got much more students, and it's nearly impossible now because a lot of students, sometimes there are 45 people and they are waiting just for the bus. And when they finish lessons, they come to the common room, and the teacher takes them out of the school and there waits the bus. And this room is a room for children with special needs. I know that we have in 2 classes some children with special needs, and they go with a special needs teacher to that room. But they also have to integrate with all the students, and they have some lessons together with the class, and then they go for some hours with teacher one. Our canteen at the kitchen, you've seen the ladies yesterday, they are preparing some tea for the smallest ones for the second lunch, and lunch for all of the school. Pupils' works are shown on the corridors. Pedagogical innovations about the high school. You saw the men and girls are also wearing the uniform. It's the elements of bodyguard and the beauty experts. We've got 1 class of the beauty expert girls. The system, how it looks, it's pre-primary for 5-year-olds, but it's not compulsory this year. It is supposed to be from 2015. But the parents demonstrate a lot because they say that children are too small to start education at 5. And the school lasts 6 years and has government exams for Polish, math, history, and from 2015 it will be English language compulsory for children to graduate from primary school. And the secondary school lasts only 3 years and also has government exams. They are compulsory to pass. And in language, they can choose Russian or English because we've got 2 languages at school. And the high school is also last 3 years, and compulsory exams are math and Polish, and then they choose. So they can just pass 2 exams, or they can choose how much they want to pass. It depends what the university expects them to have. And you were there yesterday. There's stone lions in the park. They used to be in the castle, it's believed. It's the view from your windows from the hotel, yes, the old interwar period church. It's the wooden one. This is the Sanchez Church, the main church that all people from the commune come on Sundays. The Ugarian embankment. It's believed that the castle was there that I told you yesterday. And we were also in the Horodlo Union Hill. It's called Kopiec in Polish because of the, it's like a hill, Kopiec, hill mount.